Good morning. Super rush check-in because I have approximately a minute and a half to get out the door. It is Wednesday, a readathon starting on Wednesday. What is happening? Kayla, what are you doing? It's Buzzwordathon day 1, round 4. This is my 4th time participating in Buzzwordathon. I've done it every round so far. This round we are doing books that start over. Buzzwordathon round 4, we are doing titles that have the word you in them. I am starting with P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han, second book in the To All the Boys I've Loved Before series. I am buddy reading this with my friend Misty, who has a book blog. We'll link her info down below. I'm only like 20 pages into it because I read it over my cup of coffee this morning. I will read more at lunch. I have an audiobook I'm listening to, but it does not fit into this readathon, so I'm probably just not even going to talk about it. None of the audiobooks I need for this readathon are available, so no audiobooks unless something magically happens. But I gotta get out the door, I gotta go to work and be a responsible human. Shall talk to you later. Our squirrel nemesis is here. He comes to torture my cat every once in a while. So my theory is this is a squirrel that terrorizes our neighborhood, that terrorizes our apartment complex, because I definitely took Mojo out for a walk one day. This is my cat Mojo, for those of you new to the vlogs, and we take him on walks like a dog. We were walking out one day and this squirrel way on the other side of the complex, way over there, just like dive bombed at me off of like a pole, off of like a little thing. So my theory is it's the same squirrel, and the squirrel is just rude and vindictive. Hello? It is still Wednesday. It is about 5:30. I am home from work. Watched my cat be obsessed with a squirrel for 5 minutes. Are you enjoying this background? A++ vlogging. Update, reading-wise, I read an hour and a half of an audiobook today. Like I said, doesn't apply to the you part of this readathon, so but I did read about 40 minutes between this morning and lunch. I read about 40 minutes of P.S. I Still Love You. I'm enjoying it so far. I've heard quite a few people say that they were disappointed by the second one, which I was worried it was going to be a Crazy Rich Asians situation because I loved Crazy Rich Asians. I really disliked the second book and then decided to quit the series, and I'm really hoping I still at least enjoy this one, but I'm not super far into it, so things could happen to change my mind. But I plan on reading more today. My goal throughout this week is to read 2 hours of audiobook a day and 2 hours physically a day. 2 of them. Well, 4 total. Time blocks really motivate me, so that's what I'm kind of trying to do here. So I have about 25 minutes left to do audiobook for my goal today, and I need to read like an hour and 20 minutes of my physical book, which is a lot. So right now it's 5:30. Normally I would get home and either A, take out my cat for a walk, but it is 86 degrees, which doesn't sound like that crazy hot, but it's too hot for him. So I would either do that or I would play Sims, but I'm trying to read, so I'm going to table my Sims play temporarily. My goal is to still play some tonight, but I would like to get some reading done first. I also need to post a video because I have my April and May wrap up to post. I am trying so hard to get back into making videos consistently. I have been in a horrible for me, depressive slump the last few months, and it just prevents me from doing things. Those of you with depression understand. For those of you who don't, sorry. Life. But I actually feel motivated to get some things done, so I have 2 videos that have been going up this week. My goal in the future is 2 videos a week, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I already post 3 videos a week on my second channel, main channel, other channel, alternate channel. I will link it for you. So that's 5 videos a week, so I think that's pretty good. But I'm gonna stop blabbering and go post my video and then read. Hello. It's Tuesday. It's not Tuesday. It would be Tuesday if this was a normal Monday to Sunday readathon. It's not. It's Thursday. My whole week is thrown off by this. It's day 2 of the readathon. It is Thursday. Guess who did not film any clips at lunch today while reading because she got too sucked into her book? I did. So I got really far into P.S. I Love You. Still love you. P.S. I still love you. I am actually only like 30 pages from the end. I'm on page 306. However, I'm not going to finish this tonight because I am buddy reading it with a friend, and I already went too far because I was dumb and didn't take 2 books to work with me so I could read something else when I got to our stopping place for today. Such is life. So I thought I would talk to you about what I'm going to read next. If you did not watch my TBR, let me do a quick recap, or you could just go watch that video. But quick recap. My next or possibly planned books for the week is Since You've Been Gone. I explain what these are about a lot more in my TBR video if you want that information, but Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover. And then I also have Before We Were Yours by Lisa Wingate. Is that what it's called? I think so. I did not talk about that one in my TBR because I had requested from the library, but it had a little bit of a wait, so I wasn't sure if I'd get it this week. Well, it came in to the library a couple days ago. I still have a few days to pick it up. So I'm going to probably go get that tomorrow. Probably not today. Either tomorrow or over the weekend. So long story short, I'm not going to start that book. That's like my next priority one based on like my priority list. Because I'm kind of reading these after P.S. I Still Love You. I'm reading these in average rating order on Goodreads just because I feel like it. So if I'm to follow that logic, I lied in my TBR video and I said this would be my least likely to read because for some reason I thought I had a lower rating on Goodreads, but it does not. It actually has a fairly high rating on Goodreads. Words. So I think I'm going to start this one tonight. We'll see how it goes. I'll update you later. But to update you on this one, I'm very much enjoying it. Characters are annoying me, though. If you've read this book, you know which character is annoying me. I'm Team John at this point, 30 pages from the end. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm enjoying it. It's a quick read. It's really quick to get through. The movie. The pace of the book is really good. And I find that conversations around the differences between male and female expectations regarding sexuality in high school to be very accurate. It's very frustrating to read because I have a lot of personal experience with that, and especially growing up in like a religious environment. So it's like making me angry for Laura Jean to be put into certain boxes or to be told to don't be like those girls. Lots of slut shaming going on, which I'm not a fan of. But it does happen. It is realistic. And I find the conversations around it good. I wish we were going deeper into them and deeper into Laura Jean's thoughts around them and her like figuring stuff out for herself and her opinions on it. The most she's done so far is like be like, oh, that seems weird, but she's not really having full-blown feminist conversations in her head, which to be fair, at her age, I probably would have reacted in a very similar fashion. In fact, I did. So like I said, realistic but frustrating. So that's my thoughts so far. John Ambrose McLaren is a sunshine child, and I love him. That's my update. So I'm gonna go read some more maybe later. Probably not right now because I feel like playing Sims. And I had a long day, and that's what I want to do. And my husband's not home from work yet, so I get the PlayStation all to myself, so that's the plan. I'm hoping that my vlog will be more exciting later in the week. I'm not exciting Monday through Friday, guys. I got a job. And then I come home. And I just want to do things at home. Whatever. So I'll check in with you guys later. Husband is now home from work. Say hello, husband.
Yo.
We're playing Sims, and I got the vampire pack a little while ago, but I haven't played with it yet, so we're currently making vampires. And Stevens looks like a Abercrombie & Fitch model.
Yeah, just like me.
Hello Hello, bad lighting check-in. It's now 10 p.m. and we've been playing Sims for an hour. Oh, should we show you our people we just spent an hour making for like 2 seconds? Oh.
Yeah, we're Simmers now.
We're about to go to bed though, so I'm not going to read anymore today. I read an hour of To All the Boys I Loved Before #2. I keep calling it the wrong thing. P.S. I Still Love You. And I read an hour and a half of my audiobook.
That just sounds like it's a sequel to P.S. I Love You, the movie.
There's also another book on my TBR called P.S. I Like You, I think. So I keep getting them confused. So that's what's happening. I haven't even filled you in today on the shenanigans of this book. And
No,
I'll
you
have
have
to
not.
because
Yeah.
I now hate Peter Kavinsky. He's trash and I love John. Anyways, let me show you our vampire Sims and then we're gonna go to bed. Because Sims 4 is dumb and doesn't let you just straight up create vampire families from the beginning, we had to start with a normal Sim that we're going to move out of our household. But is this not the prettiest Sim auto-created that you have ever seen? I've never seen a better looking Sim on a randomized choice. So we're going to keep her in the game, just not play her in this family. So then, Steven, do you want to intro your Jackson Dark?
Yeah, this is Jackson. He's a cool vampire. As vampires go, he's got kind of an androgynous look. He's ready to feast upon the lives of mortals. And that's about it.
I would show you his other outfits, but Steven doesn't do anything besides the day of outfit. Do you even know what your like auto-created ones look like?
I have no idea. We could.
Let's
have
find
an
out.
answer.
Oh, I gotta push the right buttons to do that. This is Steven's formal outfit, which is honestly not that far off from your dark form.
Right.
And then we have our exercise outfit, very vampiric.
Such.
Is this your sleepwear, I guess?
I guess so.
Party wear? It's very 70s. Swimwear. Wow. Excellent. Yo-Yo Dude has got some muscles.
Yeah, he's a vampire.
This is warm weather outfit and cold weather outfit, which doesn't matter because I don't have seasons. Okay. Do you want to say anything else about your person?
No.
Okay. So then, this is what took us an hour, guys, is creating these two characters. This is, how do I even want to pronounce this? Ayla? Something like that. Ayla? Ayla. So this is Ayla's everyday outfit. She cute. She got purple eyeballs and fun hair. This is our formal outfit, which I love. It's one of their like stylized pre-made looks. Workout wear. This is my favorite sleepwear item in this entire game, and it's from the, what is it called? The Vintage Glamour Pack. They were all on sale for a bundle where I got the vampire, cats and dogs, and the vintage glamour, if that's what it's called. It's beautiful and I love it and I want one in real life. This is our formal, no, this is our party wear, which I thought was cute. Swimwear, eh. And then these don't matter because I don't have seasons. And then my dark form. Oh, I didn't show your dark form. Let's go back. Hold on. This is Steven's dark form. I'm sorry, this is Jackson's dark form that Steven created. He's a little more... You look so much like a Buffy vampire in this.
I know, it's what I was going for.
It works. Any comments?
Nah, he dark.
Oh yeah, our last name is Dark, as in Damien Dark, if you're aware of that character. From the DC verse. DC verse?
Yeah, that works.
This is my dark form. We got some cool little eye and lip details going on. Changed the hair, changed the outfit. I thought she was cute. That's all. That's all we've done all night. That's what I've done instead of read, so I thought I would share. Now we're going to bed. I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Bye! Hello, it's Friday. It's day 3 of the readathon. It's a really weird way to say 3. I am almost done with P.S. I Still Love You. I have about 15 pages left, and I should probably be reading it right now, but I'm not. I will in a minute, maybe. It's Friday. I was gonna read at lunch. A friend took me to lunch instead, and I thought that sounded more fun, so that's what I did. I plan on starting All Your Perfects most likely this evening, depending on how much I read now versus like later tonight. I don't really know what I'm doing with my evening yet, so might be a shut-in, might do something with someone. Unclear at the moment. So I am just sitting on the couch, eating a snack, catching up on YouTube videos. Today's been a really boring day. Just a Friday at work, etc. But I really need to read more. I didn't read much of my audiobook today, which doesn't matter to you guys because it's not part of this readathon. But I really don't have much of an update besides that. But I felt like I should intro the vlog before 9 p.m. It's 5:30. So I think I'm gonna sit around and read until either my husband comes home or if I end up having plans. Questionable. I'll update you more later, probably here in a few minutes once I finish. Yes, I Still Love You. Oh, welcome to horrible bedroom lighting, but I don't feel like getting up. I have finished P.S. I Still Love You. It's been all of like 10 minutes since I last talked to you. Last few chapters went downhill for me. I'm a little disappointed with how it ended. It also feels like it ended very rushed. I felt like we had some good momentum and I knew where we were going until the last couple chapters, and then all of a sudden it took a hard left, and it's a hard left I don't like. So I was gonna give this 4 stars and now I'm conflicted. I also feel like there were a lot of things that weren't explained fully or were left unfinished, which I know that there's another book, so I'm sure that will come into play. But I feel like we need more time at the end to talk about some revelations that were had and some secrets that came out and some stuff like that. So I feel a little cut short. So I guess we'll see if they continue that. In the 3rd book, I'm sure they will, but it feels a little incomplete if we're just judging on this book by itself. So I think I'm gonna give it 3 stars because I'm kind of bummed about that. But onwards, on to the next one, if I hold it correctly. All Your Perfects. We'll see how it goes. Minor update. I'm 9 pages in and we already got to the book title. I can't remember the last time that happened that fast in a book. Okay, so these people clearly live in some sort of big city. I'm assuming New York, but maybe that's just because it's like the city. But she just pulled into a parking space that conveniently opened the second she needed it in front of a restaurant on a city street. And as someone who lives in a city that's not even near New York in size, I call bullshit. That's some convenient book writing bullshit. Okay, I'm only 32 pages into this book, but I have a lot of thoughts. I'm gonna get spoilery with this, so if for some reason you really, really want to read this and not be spoiled, skip ahead, leave the vlog, something. Although I want to put up a trigger warning. If you're really, really concerned about spoilers, you can leave now. But if you want to know what the trigger warning is and then leave, the trigger warning is infertility. And I have some issues around the conversation around it so far. So if you don't want to know more, leave now. Okay, let me read you this quote. Reproduction is why we exist after all. Reproduction is required to complete the circle of life. We are born, we reproduce, we raise our offspring, we die. Our offspring reproduce, they raise their offspring, they die. Generation after generation of birth, life, and death, a beautiful circle not meant to be broken. Yet I am the break. I was born. That's all I am able to do until I die. I'm standing on the outside of the circle of life, watching the world spin while I am at a standstill. So, transparency. I'm married. I do not have children. I don't know if I want children at this point. Still something I'm trying to figure out. Regardless of that, my phone won't focus, probably because I'm too angry. Having children is not the end all be all of life. If you would like children and you have the ability to have children and you choose to take that path, great. More power to you. That's awesome. That is your choice. And if you're able to do it, great. But it's not everyone's ultimate purpose. Women are not made to only have children. This is something that really bothers me a lot about life, and I can't believe that that would be put into a book. I understand that this is the character's perspective and possibly not the author's perspective, but if I had gone into this book and I personally had infertility issues, which that I am aware of, I don't, I would be crushed and upset. And nothing in the synopsis or like the back cover, none of this indicates that that's what it is. You know that there's something that's ruining this perfect relationship, but we don't know what it is until you start reading. So to then not only be introduced to the infertility aspect, but then to be hit with that little paragraph, girl, boy, person, no. I reject this line of thought. I reject that women or men are made to reproduce, that is your ultimate mission in life. And it's extremely harmful to those who choose not to reproduce or cannot reproduce. I'm gonna get off my soapbox and go back to reading. Hi, and welcome to my All Your Perfects rant vlog, because this is what it's turning into. I'm only 6 more pages in from the last time I chatted with you. And this character's sister does not want children. How are you gonna have the opinion that your whole, like, women's life purpose or humans' life purpose is to have children and your sister is choosing not to have children? Do you think that your sister is not, like, fulfilling life? I don't understand. Okay, I do understand that there's probably a cognitive dissonance thing going on and that she probably feels this way about herself, but it wasn't phrased in I was created for this and I am not filling my purpose. It was phrased in a way as if like this is humans' purpose. So what? I don't understand. I'm annoyed about it. Let's keep going. Good. Her mother also has terrible opinions about children and raising non-biological children, aka adopted children, is heinous in her eyes. Book does bring up something interesting that I have encountered a lot in my 20s. I'm currently 28. The main character mentions how hard social media is because of not only people posting about their actual kids, but also April Fool's jokes about being pregnant. For those of you who may not be aware, don't joke that you're pregnant on April Fool's. It's insensitive. It is not funny. It's harmful to people who are trying. Yeah, I don't have a lot of deep insight into it. Just know that it's wrong and don't do it. This has been a PSA. This vlog is just going to be me ranting about children and infertility, apparently, because that's all this book is about. I'm 46 pages in. Okay, I've now taken off my makeup. Can we start writing foreplay for women, please? Women writers. Hello, Colleen. Can we start writing foreplay for women, please? Majority of women are not able to just go from 0 to dick in 5 seconds. Okay, thanks. Hello, it's day 4. We're going to the farmer's market. It's Saturday morning, so we're going to the farmer's market, and we're taking small child, as we do.
You're gonna film him freaking out.
He's not freaking out. He's okay.
Tell that to his claws.
See you for breakfast.
screaming right there?
Yes. We just ran so hard to go after this bird. Yeah, come on. Let's go. Why are you yelling? Go get it. Come on.
I think we might need to scoop them up.
Update is many hours later. It's 6 p.m. now. We went to the farmer's market around 10 o'clock this morning. No reading has happened. We've been running errands, cleaning the apartment. I am now cooking. We've been trying this new thing, my husband and I, where we meal prep really hardcore on the weekends so that our weeks go smoother, because sometimes he works late and he's the main cook of the house. So, and I've been trying to meal prep like my breakfasts and lunches. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna have a little bit of a date night tonight. So honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna get any reading done today, guys. Maybe a little bit before bed, we'll see. But I'll update you if that is the case. Oh, it's Sunday. That's day 5 of the readathon. I have not read anything yet. I was correct about yesterday. I did not read anything yesterday, but I am going to read some today. It's currently 12:30, so we're already halfway through the day, but I spent the morning just doing some life maintenance things, and then I had to come to therapy, which I do every other week. So I'm done with that. I'm waiting for my husband to finish his therapy, and then we are going to go visit a friend, and then we're going to go shop for a new TV. So I'm going to read right now and check in with you if I have any more ranty thoughts about All Your Perfects. Okay, lol at Colin Hoover making a joke about numbers and dates being significant in this, because if you've read November 9, you know the significance that she puts into those sometimes. And I don't know if this book came out before or after. I think it's after All Your Perfects. I think All Your Perfects came out after November 9. So it's really funny that she had one of these characters make a joke about this like fateful encounter because of numbers and dates, and then they were like, nah, just kidding, I just made that up. Like, I see you, Colleen. That was pretty funny. Okay, I want to read this quote to you guys because I actually think it's a relatively good quote, and it's you say that marriage is a category you say that like marriage is a category 5 hurricane, and the main character responds, not all the time, but I definitely think there are category 5 moments in every marriage. Hard agree. And she says that like her previous relationship wouldn't have survived it. And that's just an interesting perspective. And I liked that little quote because I would agree, your relationship needs to be able to survive those things. So some healthy perspectives in here to go with the non-healthy perspectives. Hello! It is Monday. It's day 6. Are we on day 6? We only have a day left. It's day 6 of the readathon. I have updates for you guys. So I have now finished All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover, and I have thoughts. I know I've already shared a lot of them, but now that I've finished, let's talk. Ultimately, I'm very conflicted about this, as I am with most Colleen Hoover. I feel like there are bits and pieces of it that are well written. I enjoyed the back and forth between the perspective of when they first got together and then when they've been married for 7 years and are having issues. Like the back and forth was good until about halfway through the novel, where there's like a certain event that happens, and then I like did not care about the past perspective. I was like, I'm done. I don't want it. And then it got a little bit better. Some things were explained or rationalized ish to try and make the reader feel a little happier about said event. It's hard to talk about this with no spoilers, but about midway through the book, I really thought I was going to give this like a pretty negative review, but then it picked up a little bit, and I liked some of the things that happened plot-wise, I think came together. But at the end of the day, the finale, the conclusion and everything, I felt like it happened a little too quickly and a little too nicely. It was one of those situations where like one single event, thing, conversation, whatever, like fixed everything. And like, I 100% have not been through this infertility experience. I don't have this personal experience, but I do have experience being married and weathering what this book calls category 5 hurricanes. I've done that. I have had some experience with that, and a single conversation doesn't fix it, and having this magical moment doesn't fix it. That's not how life works. So, I mean, for a book that wants to make you feel like happy towards the end of it, it works. But I just feel like the ending was a little too rushed for how much was built up and how much pain and suffering and just brokenness between these two people. It just wrapped up way too cleanly for me to buy it, honestly, and it kind of tainted it. Like, you end the book and you're like, oh, it's happy, like, oh, I feel great, but then, like, realistically, not so much. It was just a little too perfect for all your perfects. So I ended up giving it 3 stars because I did like parts of it, and I did like some of the conversations. I also don't like that a lot of the opinions that the main character has about womanhood being related to becoming a mother and how that's, like, crucial and, like, what women are made for do not go challenged in this. Like, she kind of adjusts her perspective, but only because she's forced to, not because of anything else. I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way personally for me and my viewpoints. So, do with that information what you will. It's done. It's over. So, since we have a whole nother day of the readathon, I might as well start another book, right? Who am I? I haven't finished a book in a readathon, more than one book in a readathon, in months. So, and I do one readathon a month. So, it's kind of nice that I'm actually starting to do things. Does anybody else drink wine and then not clean up their cups? I do. So, the next book I want to read is Before We Were Yours by Lisa Wingate, which, TBH, I don't know. It's historical fiction, right? You guys know, if you've been around. I'm not the biggest historical fiction person, so much so that my camera won't focus. It knows. Let's see. Let me read the synopsis and come back in 2 seconds and explain to you what it is. Oh. This dark. Okay, so I'll just read one little snippet of it that I think sums it up enough for you guys. So, based on one of America's most notorious real-life scandals in which Georgia Tan, director of a Memphis-based adoption organization, kidnapped and sold poor children to wealthy families all over the country, Lisa Wingate's riveting, wrenching, and ultimately uplifting tale reminds us of how, even though the paths we take can lead to many places, the heart never forgets where we belong. So we're alternating between 1939, where I'm assuming this kidnapping takes place, and then modern day, and you're following a character named Avery in modern day who starts to unravel the history of their family, which I assume is what leads them down, revealing that they came from a poor family and were sold to a wealthy family against the will of their parents back in the day. So, sounds interesting. Sounds very different from the other 2 books I've read this readathon, so I've had friends on Goodreads who really liked it, which is ultimately how I add all books on my Goodreads to read list, is if people gave it 5 stars that I'm friends with. So I hope you guys are not leading me astray. And I'll start this one in a little bit and update you if I have any thoughts. Maybe this one will be less ranty. I have a feeling this vlog's going to be a little long. We'll see. Okay, I totally forgot about some notes that I took at lunch while I was finishing All Your Perfects, and I need to share them with you. So, number 1, continuing the trash perspectives that our main character has, is one of them is talking about how she was embarrassed that one of her main goals in life was to become a mom one day because women are now looked down on for wanting children and they're just expected to want careers, and how that's just how feminism is nowadays. No. And if you're hearing someone claim that that's feminism, they're wrong. That's not what feminism is about. And our love interest points out the actual correct, like, feminist perspective, where it's, feminism is about women being able to do what they want. Mojo agrees. And whether that means being a mom or being a career person or both or whatever, like, it's about doing what you want and having the equal opportunity to do it. So this whole bullshit about, oh, well, feminism means that I can't want to be a mom. False. And if you're reading shit like this, know that that's false. Number 2 is this perspective, I feel like I keep using that word, on therapy. You saw yesterday. I was just at therapy. So this quote is, we've tried therapy in the past hoping it would help, but I got bored with it, he got bored with it, and then we bonded over how boring therapy was. Therapists do nothing but try to make you recognize the wrongs within yourself. No, that's not what therapy is, and if that's what you're getting out of therapy, you're probably seeing the wrong therapist, and you need to go to a different one. Also, if you're going into therapy with the perspective or the mindset that therapy sucks and that you're not going to get anything out of it, then you're not going to get anything out of it. Like, therapy requires you to put in the work. So if you're not willing to do that, you're not going to get anything out of it. Just saying. And then there's also this thing that there's no magical cure that therapy will bring us. I agree. Therapy is not a magical cure. It is a tool in order for you to handle things and to have someone's third-party unbiased opinion about a lot of things. So, like, something I find very helpful with my personal therapist is that she does a lot of research into, like, the brain, which a lot of therapists do, but she can sit there and explain to me what my brain is doing on a, like, biological level that actually helps me understand why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. So that just really rubbed me the wrong way, just like many other things in this book. So yeah, like, no matter how much we spend on trying to fix our issue, no therapist in the world can get me pregnant. Correct. That's not why you go to therapy. Like, and none of this is challenged. None of this is corrected. Like, this opinion is just left there for the reader to sit on. And I just feel like it's a very toxic mindset. And to not point out that it is a toxic mindset bothers me. So, okay, I'm done ranting about this book. I'm over it. We're done. I've spent like half this vlog ranting about all your perfects. Let's move on. Hello, it's the last day of the readathon. Have I had you in this? I think I have, on Saturday.
Yeah, I think so. Once.
It's Tuesday. It's the last day of the readathon. I have been reading Before We Were Yours, and I'm really, really liking it so far for historical fiction. So I'm about 130, 50 pages in, something around that. But to update you on what's going on, it's a work day. So it's like 6 o'clock, and we decided that we're going to go get fast food for dinner. I remember how I said we were meal prepping? Not today.
Hey, we're gonna meal prep later.
That's true. So we're still trying to get like our meal prepping flow down. And sometimes we make mistakes with calculations. So that's what's happening. I went to the library earlier to pick up some books. One book that you guys will probably have already heard me announce. If so, I will link that announcement video. But yeah, we're gonna go get Raising Cane's because that's our weakness. It's so good. And we're taking the small child with us because he's done nothing but yell at us for the last 2 weeks because it's hot and he wants to go outside and it's too damn hot. So we're being responsible parents and not taking him outside, and he repays us by yelling.
It's 97 degrees today.
This isn't even hot yet. That's the thing. This is
pretty chill.
This is chill for Texas. We haven't hit 100 yet. Have we hit 100 yet this year?
Not
I don't
yet.
think so.
Today's
it's coming.
close, though.
It's coming very soon, and I'm not excited. So that's the update. I plan on reading more today. I don't know if I'll finish this book by the end of today. Steven thinks I will. I don't think so.
I think you can do it.
I think only if I read like the literal rest of the night, which I personally don't want to do. This is my struggle. I feel like a lot of people who read a lot of books, that's like their main and only hobby is reading, which is great. That's cool. But I have like 50 million hobbies. So reading is hard to fit in between all those sometimes. So that's my life. I'll update you guys more later. Bye.